attention breeds affection, right? So some people believe that when you give someone your attention for a while, maybe for too long, you begin to develop affection for them. It could be romantic or not. Affection does not necessarily mean romance. Roma. So affection could be that you just care about them. Like, you care. All right? So I told you earlier that there was a post I saw on social media where this guy said, be careful who you check on daily. You might easily fall into a relationship with them. Constant communication can ignite love or sexual urge. People responded to that, and some people in their response agreed with him, even citing examples of how they fell in love or how they started catching feelings for someone just because they were checking up on them. And then some other persons did not agree, they disagreed, and in fact they slammed that post. It was more like, what is all this? Why are you trying to get people to not do what they're supposed to do as human beings? I mean, the normal checking up on people that we now do is now wala. All right? Because we're afraid of the unknown, or the known that we don't want to be known. Oh, I'm feeling hot this afternoon. Okay, so what's your take really on that particular phrase? Attention breeds affection. I want to get your take on that, right? And then the second one, have you ever been implicated? Have you been in a situation where by checking up on someone, they carry you go where you don't know? So it might be good, it might be bad. It might just be just there. Nothing good or bad, but you know. So it could be that by checking up on someone, you now found out that, this person has dreams, that you have the means to actually make it happen. It's implication. Oh, we should play that song later on. Anyway, yeah, leave it. So that could be it. And then you found yourself taking care of this person, trying to take responsibility for their lives. So implication in this particular conversation is not necessarily something bad. All right? So it could also be that you were implicated in the sense that you now found yourself doing things that normally you would not do. Fighting for somebody that normally you would not fight for anybody. But you're now fighting for somebody. Some people have adopted children like that. Yes. I'm not even talking about adopting a child from a motherless baby's home or an orphanage home. I'm talking about even a child that has parents. They will not say, you know what, this one is not my own. I adopt this your child. Just by checking up on the parent, you know, and then they're always talking about the child. Either that this boy is too stubborn. Every time they call, there's one issue or you know what? It's okay. I adopt him from today. Oh yeah, come and live in my house. Should they say you don't used to hear word? We will not see if it's in my house that you will not used to hear word. So some people like that as well. Yeah, it's also an implication, right? So I just want to know before somebody will now want to turn my conversation into Roma. It's not just about romantic relationship. That's what I'm just trying to make you understand. Okay, get on Facebook. Let's have this conversation. It's the last lap of the show, and I would like to hear from you. Facebook is Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. On X, it's Nigeria Info PH. And then you can call in. You can send a message via WhatsApp. So for your WhatsApp messages, you can send them to 0809 030 6416. 0809 030 6416 for WhatsApp messages. And some people have been implicated in that. And it's usually the ladies that do this. You now end up buying food for her every time. I saw a post the other day. Someone was like, why is it that every time you meet a lady, she's hungry? Like, what is wrong with you people? You were not hungry until I called you. You're not hungry. And some others are always, next week is their birthday. Like, you meet a girl today, next week is her birthday. I'm like, you guys should be calming down. Some girls, they have birthdays. It's not the day even the woman that gives birth to the child, some of them don't even know the date. So it's the day I decide that this is the day I was born. It's celebration. You can tag your celebration anything. You can call it wedding anniversary even if you're not married. I am married to Jesus, Satan, leave me. All right, so let's hear from you. The numbers again: 0817-923-0002, 0817-923-0002, and 0817-923-0007, 0817-923-0007. We have like 4 numbers, but I just stick to 2, yeah, to make it short and easier. So send that message via WhatsApp to 0809-030-6416. All right, so this message here on WhatsApp, I see it. I'm going to read it when my cursor decides to behave. All right, thank you. So, yeah, the message I read out to you earlier on, the posts that I come across on social media, some people were, a particular comment, actually, you could actually feel or hear the anger in that comment. So this person goes, I check up on people often, but it hasn't made me catch feelings. So the idea that checking up on someone can lead to something else is wrong. Normalize checking up on people, even if it's by sharing memes or reels, just to let them know you remember them. Your presence might brighten up their day. That SMS, that text message, that same thing. Yeah, but text, it could be WhatsApp, it could be Facebook, or anyway. That call, let them know that someone is thinking about them. Good afternoon. So I had a habit of sending random text messages to people just to check up on them and encourage them, male and female. One day, someone's wife replied that I should stop texting her husband. I just stopped sending messages to anyone. Oh, come on. It was just one person. Just remove the person from the mailing lists and send to other people. I used to do that thing. I don't know why I stopped. I got busier. But I know someone who still does that. Every month, at least I get their welcome to a new month message. Yeah, I see it. I read the goodwill message and I'm like, I say thank you in my heart. Sometimes I don't even remember to reply. But then it helps you. It kind of like, it gives me that feeling that, oh, okay, these people still have me in their mind. It's good though. It means at least if I don't pray well, there are people praying for me. So you tell me now. That phrase, attention breeds affection. What's your take on that? And someone took out time to write facts about women. Where did you copy this from? Are you expecting to? I will not read it. What's all this? Really? Okay, you copied it. Thank you for saying so. Samuel, thank you. But we're not discussing facts about women. No. That's not the conversation. Stay on track. Nigeria Info. So we're talking about checking up on people and the implications that could come as a result of that. All right? And that's because someone says if you check up on someone daily, you might fall into a relationship with them, or you might, you can just wake up something that wasn't supposed to be woken up. It can breed affection for this person. So I'm sure that his post was about the opposite gender. Because why should I be developing feelings for a woman? Well, we are not in the America. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon. What's your name?
Good afternoon. This is Noble.
Hi, Noble.
Well done. Yeah. It's quite clear that affection breeds attention.
No, it's the other way. Attention breeds affection.
Indeed, my parents care nothing about me. It's really been tough, but God has really been helping. But at a point, what made me to stop anger was when the black people were against me openly, and I noticed it. Every day I cry bitterly because this lady decided to get married, and in the process of the she died. It was really painful to me. Thanks.
Thank you for calling. Thank you. He just needed to, put it out there. All right. That also works. So it's also applicable in a family situation. Some people choose not to call a particular family member because if you check up, you will drop something. So they would rather ask other people, how is this person doing? That's their own way of checking up on that person. If they hear that he or she is fine, they're like, okay. Because if you call, virtue will leave you. Attention breeds affection. So simply put, if you pay attention to someone, to something for a while, you begin to get pretty close and involved with that person. So whatever gets your attention will most likely get your affection. If it could be money, it could be anything. But hey, the conversation is not about money, it's about human beings, right? Exactly. So what's your take though? Do you agree that if you pay attention to someone, you can develop feelings for them? Or do you disagree? Bring your strong reasons. I'd like to hear them. Again, on Facebook, it's Nigeria Info PH. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH on Facebook. So get on there and leave your comments. I would like to read from you rather. And then the phone lines are good, so keep those calls coming. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0003. And 0817 923 0007. Agichi Wendu on Facebook says, it is often true that attention breeds affection because when someone receives attention from another person, they feel valued and appreciated, which can lead to the development of affection towards that person. When we give someone our attention, we're signaling that they matter to us, and this can foster feelings of closeness and attachment. However, it is not a universal truth, as the quality and context of attention matter greatly. Negative attention, for example, might not lead to affection, but rather resentment or aversion. Interesting. So let's hear from you. What do you got to say about this? Thank you, Agichi Wendu, for what you just shared with us. So a girl, sent me a friend's request on Facebook about 4 years ago. I realized we were classmates in primary school, but not close. Over these years, the more chats we've shared, the closer we've become, and I think I can't go a week without checking up on her. Everest from Lube, Abuja. Shout out to my family in Port Harcourt, the Ego Pijas. All right. La 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 la. So I like the context that Agichi Wendu brought to this conversation, right? So attention, it's not universally accepted that attention will breed affection, because if you're always calling me to ask me, hey, what are you doing now? I hope you have not gone to look for man. Okay, you might not be asking me that kind of question like, who are you? Where do you from? All right, like some parents would do with their kids who are in school. You're always calling to find out if you have got to see man. You're always calling to shout, to nag, the person will just start dreading your calls. So you hear there's a tanker fire in Akpajo, Eleme. All you heard is Port Harcourt. Your children, they don't live there. Where they live is maybe inside town. They have no business with that area. They didn't even hear about the story. It's you, mama, that lives in Ebonyi State. You're the one that heard it. They didn't even know something like that happened. You're calling them to shout, where is this one? Where is that? Have you called your brother? Where is your sister? Like, Every single time there's a negative news, you're calling them to find out if they have died. It's gonna breed resentment, really. But then it's attention, right? Daniel from OG. Oh my word. Apologies, Daniel. Please do well to call back. I'm so sorry. Good afternoon, Constance. I think I quite agree with that notion. Not saying that checking up on someone is bad, but simply put, whatever you give your attention to gives direction. Bright from Omoko. Okay. Hello, good afternoon, Constance. Truly, attention breeds affection, but I've also seen scenarios where affection breeds attention or bred attention. That your bread should not be this spelling of bread. Okay, but it's not everyone you give attention to that you develop feelings for. Though one person might develop feelings, but if it isn't mutual, it won't lead to anything deeper. All right, thank you. You know, as I'm here, songs are just flying through my mind. I will control myself and not sing while I'm reading your messages. Amen. As you just said, it's not going to be deeper. You know, the song that came to my mind was Deeper, Deeper. Constance, behave yourself. Me, where my heart be like, moi. Now this kind matter, I take fall in love with my wife. She was just this young lady, innocent and very pretty. Me was just smiling every time I see her. She will ask how I'm doing, how is work and life. Before I know, I don't catch feelings. So, long story short, we are married today. Wow. Some good news. I like that. Hello, Daniel from OG. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon.
Welcome aboard.
Based on speak, I don't think anybody will get attention to somebody like me now.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't think it's like that. Like, it's not me to be successful. No, I don't think it's for everybody, you know.
So, but how do you have anybody you often check up on?
No.
If you did not answer, I would have answered on your behalf, Steph. Because the way you are talking, you're like, everybody should mind their business, I beg. All right, thank you for calling, Daniel. Hello, Mr. Zion from GRA. Good afternoon.
Constance.
Yes, sir.
Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, sir.
It is a fact. Because even the Bible said it. As we look into the scriptures, we transform from glory to glory. That which you give that attention to, definitely affection will come. Affection is affection, positive or negative. There must be that contact. As long as there is that connection. What brings about the connection? I just let me check up on you. I say, let me call you to know how you are doing. Are you guys eating? What should I buy for you people? Does the person care? No, you are the one who started it. This one, Mr. Zion, is calling me like this. This one, Mr. Zion, cares for me like this. He always wants to know what I'm doing. I was walk. We gist a lot. Conversations a lot. Affection when they come. He has not called today. What happened? Is here? It seems he's so busy. Before you know, his message has come. His calls have come in. He has sent a rider to bring your favorite in the afternoon. That ice cream you like so much. That fruit juice you so. Give us 2 weeks now. Give us 2 weeks. These things are real. Look at the mystery. God told him, do these things. Get it right. As they are drinking, they are looking, will be a connection to the what? It does home. Did it happen? It does happen. And most of us who are married today, what leads to the affection? Let us be honest. Were we the only person that was after the lady or the woman we got married? No, the queue was there. But our steady connection, our calls, our intentional text messages, as early as we are thinking, we are connecting, affection came. I do not forget every other person, focus on this person. Even education, you have affection for this university. Man, their courses are tight. The lecturers are dead. Everything. Before you know, I will apply for that university. That is how it works. I want to work in that organization. And see the way Constance and this guy just read this news for this 1 o'clock thing. I beg Nadia won't go. I like their vibes. There's a connection. Before you know, one thing leads to another. You submit application, one thing you are brushing up. Before you welcome on board. It's still that thing is a connection for everybody. And even the Bible recorded it for us all as a people. So if you don't want to have any affection with anybody, don't talk to them. Let be on your own. You be on your own. Why do we send friend requests to some people on Facebook? There is something. I like the way this person look. I like the way this person this and that. Even as I'm here, most people who listen to me on radio, they find me on Facebook and they get connected. What happened? Something because of the conversations we have. Is everybody that going to look for me? No way. I think we're watching the amazing. They are not connected to me now. Why would they even go and look for me? I want to see who is this Mrs. Zion. How does it even look like? Hey, have I connected to some people? Oh, yes. So definitely, if the word of God has made it mysterious, hey, I'm even too far. I want to see Papa and Mama, we don't they marry for years. They don't they look like our parents. They started looking alike. They don't resemble each other in our local parlance. Papa and Mama, two different people go married. Because as they are looking at themselves, they are feeling this affection, attention, attraction. That is love, Mr. Zion.
Thank you very much, Mr. Zion. The man too like love, Sha. Attention. No, I'm not asking you to give me your attention, but hey, please do. Thank you. So I'm looking at the Oxford Dictionary online, and it says it means notice taken of someone or something. The notice that is taken of someone or something. The regarding of someone or something as interesting or important. All right. The synonyms are awareness, notice, observation, consciousness, heed, recognition. So if you take note of someone, take note of something, it will breed affection. And someone on Facebook says, well, there's a way you take note of someone with your attention. You drive them away. If your attention is negative, you're going to breed resentment. Hello, Muriel from Okrika. Welcome.
Thank you, Constance. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Well, Constance, I think I totally agree with that mission, honestly. Whatever you give attention to, that's developing affection. Now, this affection is in two ways, either positive or negative. And I believe it boils down to mindset, the heart, the kind of, like the way, the kind of eyes or the kind of mindset which you're using to notice that person, If you notice the person in a positive way, you begin to develop positive attention. Then if you notice the person in a negative way, you begin to develop negative affection. Now, that's why you see that sometimes when your village people begin to monitor you, begin to notice you, you go to the village once or twice and they see you with a new car, or even if you try to disguise yourself, but they notice that things are going well. And then they begin to monitor you, they begin to observe whatever you do, and then you see that they launch on something. They want to, there always be something they want to do, That negative attention will always result into something, as well as a positive attention. So, but for the purpose of attention, that's why I say it's all depends on mindset. If you give attention to a lady or somebody, a guy, positively, you're noticing the person in a positive light. You're just looking and you're admiring, then definitely it will result into love, something positive will come out of it. But if you're noticing somebody, you're observing the person in a negative way, then it will result in hate. And you want to inflict pain, you want to inflict injury. So I just think it all depends on the mindset with which you're using to notice the person. Thank you, Constance.
Thank you very much for calling, Muriel. So I had to quickly look up negative affection, right? Because it was never part of what I was thinking about when I was preparing for this topic. And so the very first thing I saw online from Ludwig is that negative affection is not necessarily a correct or usable phrase in English. But then, if you want to express a negative emotion towards someone, perhaps in writing, the common phrase would be ill will. And so I looked further. What Wikipedia gave me is negative affectivity. Grammar. And so they say it means a variety of negative emotions. So there's negative affectivity, and it comprises of anger, contempt, disgust, guilt, fear, and nervousness. So all of those things is where you have negative affectivity. But I still feel that it's almost like still saying negative affection, but it's just the particular English word. So they would rather use negative with affectivity instead of affection. But there are negative emotions, right? Yeah, there are negative emotions. So, but when you have an affection for someone, it's usually in the positive, a gentle feeling of fondness or liking. So you like this person. You're attracted. You're warm. You're tender towards this person. You're loving towards this person. You have some kind of compassion for this person. All right? So if you pay attention to someone or something, and remember that attention is to take note of something. Notice something. Notice someone. Is it likely that you would develop affection for them as well? Like the young man who was warning people not to go about checking up on people indiscriminately so that you don't go catching feelings, so that you don't go and fall in love where you're not supposed to fall in love. And then Mr. Zion gave an example of how you could, send messages to someone every day, call them from time to time, find out how they're doing, perhaps send them gifts. And over time, the person would just be looking forward to those things. It is normal, actually. If someone texts you every day, and here's also what I think. I think someone also said the same thing. If it's not mutual, then it's not going to lead to anything deeper. Yeah, that was when the song Deeper came to mind, right? So if someone is texting you every day to ask how you're doing, and you don't like the person, even though they are showing that you got their attention, it could actually breed resentment and anger or negative affectivity. Woo, I'm good. Yeah, that could also happen. You don't like this person, but he keeps texting. He calls, you don't pick. So he will send you messages, like he will bombard you with all those goodwill messages, trying to find out how you're doing. But the thought of the fact that this is the person who's reaching out to me, it just so annoys you. Like, why are you texting me? Look away. I don't like you. What is wrong with you? You block the person everywhere. They will find another person's phone and use it to text you. Puts their name, full name at the end, so that you will know that it came from them. Or they will call you with another person's number. Same goes with the relationship between parents and their kids. If you show that the kid has got your attention, yeah, it could actually breed affection or resentment, depending on the kind of attention that you give to them. Well, let me see if I can play this. Someone sent me a voice note.
From my own point of view, attention will not breed affection. You can be giving somebody attention, but the person doesn't have affection for you. And you can also be giving somebody attention and you don't have affection for the person. So, attention doesn't mean affection.
All right, so that's from Miracle from Ignatius Ajuru University. All right, thank you very much, Miracle, for your voice note there. Abba Brother says the mobile app is on point. Kudos to your engineers. Cheesy sent us that message. All right, thank you very much, Cheesy. Well, in case you have not downloaded it, what are you waiting for?
You no longer have to miss any moment of the action. Listen to us from anywhere in the world. Download the Nigeria Info FM app from your app store. Tap the menu bar on the top left corner of your screen, select Port Harcourt, and listen to your number one talk radio station at 92.3 Nigeria Info.
All right, so that was more like a heads up. Okay, so Frank Godwin says, it happens. I'm a victim of that when I was still schooling. There's one girl that I used to help and check on most of the time. So it happens that any day she knew that I'm coming, she will always wear something sexy. They carry us, they go where we know. Oluwashegu Okpeyemi Adeola says, good afternoon, Constance. I love your English. Oh, really? Are they watching you live from on air? Okay, thank you for watching me live from on air. Who else is here? Okay, John Ed says, Agichi, when do you spoke my mind? All right. The phone lines are still working. I'm seeing messages on WhatsApp and a couple of them are quite long. I'll read them though. But I would like to take calls, all right? 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0002. And 0817-923-0007. Does attention breed affection? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Or do you agree to an extent? Let's hear from you. And then, have you ever been implicated because you showed affection or attention, to someone? Have you ever been caught up in that crossfire? Whether it's the love crossfire or the billing crossfire or the responsibility crossfire. Whichever crossfire, let us know. So someone says, be careful who you check on daily. You might easily fall into a relationship with them. Constant communication can ignite love or sexual urge. And some people somebody actually said, you can't check on anyone every day. Checking on someone and constant communication is two different situations right there. So that I'm checking on you is different from having a constant communication with you. So this person's argument is that checking on someone constantly will not create any affection. Rather, it is having a deep personal communication that will breed that affection, that will ignite whatever fire. So if all I'm doing is to send you a message, maybe Psalm 1 today, Psalm 2 tomorrow, Psalm 3 the next day, in that sequence, whatever it says, just pick a verse from any of them and send to you. Is that enough to start anything? I'm just sending you Bible verses. It's when I now call you and then you answer and we talk. Or perhaps I send you a text, either on WhatsApp or an SMS, and you respond to those messages where we're having conversations about our personal lives, our day-to-day activities, then we're getting personal. That's what this person is saying. That's their argument. So what's your argument? I'd like to hear from you. 0817 923 0002. 0817 923 0002 and 0817 923 0007. So Anonymous here says, attention does not breed affection for me. If I don't already like someone, yet they keep calling me, I see them as jobless or maliciously monitoring spirits that is looking for a weakness or tawdry gossip. I get irritated with people who cannot or will not respect my boundaries. I tongue lash and block anyone I don't like or who I'm not comfortable with, who insists on giving me attention. Having my contact details is a privilege that quickly gets withdrawn from anyone who misuses it. All right. Some other person here. What's your name? Dave. Hi, Dave. Dave says it's very true. Not just in a romantic way. There are some presenters on Nigeria Info that when I started listening to them, I wasn't so much attached to them, but listening to them constantly, I developed this strong connection to them. I count hours when they will come on air. I once traveled to my village because Onakosi was on leave. I could not deal with his absence on air. And I always pray for Saturday to come so that I can listen to Nigeria Info from 10 to 2 p.m. The midday cruise, if you know what I mean. It is what it is. All right, Dave. So you traveled to your village because Kosi was on leave. Ha! I will leave it at that. I don't have any other thing to say. Hello, Samuel from Port Harcourt. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Welcome aboard.
Yeah, I really enjoy your program very much.
Thank
I
you.
want to say I like it.
Thank you.
To me, attention does bring affection because I'm like, I feel if you give someone attention that much, that you constantly call the person, constantly make sure you reach to the person. I feel the person we see reasons. Most times it will lead to something, most times it will not lead to anything. Most times. But it depends on the person you are telling, you are giving that attention. Most times they will like, this person is bothering you, I know fit to. But it depends. So it all depends on the person you're giving that attention to. Somewhere.
Thank you very much, Samuel, for calling. You know, imagine you're giving attention to someone in this way. And the way is, you're always calling the person to make requests. That is attention. For every time your call comes in or your SMS lands their phone, hey, they know that virtue is about to leave them. Yeah, that is attention. Is that going to breed affection? Well, I don't know. It depends. If you have it to give, like you're ready, willing, and it's there. Or maybe it could, or maybe not. You might really be angry whenever you see their messages. Or maybe not angry, but you're just not comfortable. You're not excited about them calling. You're not excited about them texting you. Like, this is your attention. I don't want it. Even when they text you and say, brother, how are you? Or auntie, how is your day? How market? You don't ask me. Because I know that at the end of the day, it's not about how I'm doing that you are calling or texting. Don't ask. Some people have those younger ones who would call them, and then when they're saying, auntie, how are you doing? I say, hey, what do you want? Straight to the point. Mrs. Uche Ken is calling from Eche. Good afternoon.
Yes. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes. Attention brings affection. I believe that is correct.
Okay.
I've been listening to you reading some messages that someone said, you must respect my boundaries. If I give you my phone number and you don't utilize it well, I will block you. If you don't type it, that doesn't make a good husband. And any woman that is not moved by attention does not make a good wife. I have my reasons.
Tell us the reasons, please.
Constance, human beings should be emotional. And it is the attention given to you by your fellow human that moves your action. For example, how do you do today? How are you eating? Okay, Constance, let a man ask a woman if she has eaten for at least 1 week. Within the woman self, she could be saying, did I say, he won't ask my hand in marriage, or he won't make me and then day. That feelings will definitely come in. But in most cases, those feelings are not correct. But the subject matter there is, when most attention is given to you, affection must definitely take place. That is correct. Somebody got married to somebody. I was just narrating the story while listening to you. That lady wasn't his direct fiancé, but was an intercessor. Whenever both of them have issues, they will call the lady. But at the end of the day, because of that woman's attention to the young guy, how are you today? Has your fiancé left? How did you do? Have you eaten? Finally, they are husband and wife today.
Glory!
I'm telling you, they're living today. So, attention definitely brings affection.
Thank you, Mrs. Uche Ken. I'm sorry, Frank. You can call back if you can. Who do I have here? Is your name the junk, or are you saying I think? Anyway, you say this perspective, I don't actually subscribe to it in total, because if someone does not have a liking for you, if you like, call the person 15 times, 50 times daily, they will still have zero affection for you. In fact, before you know it, they're gonna stop taking your call or even blacklist you. So it would only breed affection if there is likeness already. This attention breeding affection would inclusively happen amongst blood relatives and paddies, and inclusively that of a guy's notion. Okay, so many inclusively in this your message, but thank you though. From Samuel says, mine is stop having feelings, affection and relationships with women. Mine is to stop having feelings, affection and relationship with women so as to concentrate. Really? What's the problem? Maybe you're overdoing it. I'm not going to read the next line of your message, but I'll move on. You say, keep telling myself that women are not trustworthy. Assume that they are here for money only. Understand that as a man, only mother cares about me while everybody else is here just to use me. I keep repeating this to myself until I start to hate women. I don't look at women and definitely don't talk to them. I think of women as my worst enemy. Also, don't tell them that I can't stand them. Otherwise, I might get in trouble at work. Samuel actually needs help though. I do know that. Hello, Mr. Zion. Welcome back.
Yeah, sir, let me just publish something. When we talk affection, it's a two-way thing. Likewise, the attention too is a two-way thing. If I give you attention and you don't, then it cannot lead to anything. If I keep bugging you, underline that word, of course, on social media, what did they say now? You are coming to monitor me. You are invading my privacy. So we don't put that can lead.
Oh my, and that happened. Okay. Chief Churchill says constant communication can make you go mega with the opposite sex. All right, thank you. Whatever that means. Look, if people check on you in Nigeria, it's either they want something. Nigeria is not abroad where people can just call you and ask you how you are doing. Ernest from OG. Ernest, you need to change your circle of friends. You need some real people who care about you. You know? Hi, Kay. I believe the last message before Dave is a very sad person trying not to call him or her a sadist. Well. I don't know. You said I was disgraced from someone's father's burial because I misunderstood the lady that I could get attention from her. Could you explain further? I really need you to explain. This your message is not complete. Thank you for the initial message you sent. Thank you. But I need you to explain what you mean by you misunderstood the lady that you could get attention from her. What was that? Explain further. All right. Thank you. When I wasn't married, there was a guy who claimed he wanted to marry me that called me 6 times a day on weekdays and 8 times a day on weekends. If I did not pick up, he would keep calling. It was exhausting and unbelievable. I was irritated by him, probably because I didn't already like him. I saw him as a nuisance and started to hate him after a while. With my husband, even when I wasn't yet in love with him, and I knew he was interested in marriage from the start, I wasn't turned off by his calls, texts, emails, or Facebook messages. An ancestor deity must have moved on his behalf because I wasn't even interested in him like that at first. Well, so there was affection somewhere. Whether it was by the spirits or by the physical, there was something. Thank you so much. Do we have any messages here on Facebook? Well, let's see. Stanley Rentals, how are you doing? I'm good. What's this your name? AKA Celebrity Businessman. Watching from Eberi, Omoma, local government area, Rivers State. Thank you. Okay. So let me see what's happening on X, and then I'm going to have to call it a day. All right? I've got like 3 minutes before we wrap up this conversation. All right. La 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 la. So we're talking about a phrase, attention breeds affection. And it stemmed from a particular conversation on social media where someone was, issuing some kind of warning to people that you should be careful who you check on every day because you can be catching feelings. And so he says constant communication could ignite love or sexual urge. And some others were like, no. Checking on someone and constant communication are two different things. You can be checking on someone and there is no affection. But if there is constant communication where you're having a deep personal conversations with this person, then affection can actually come up. And then some other person said, please normalize checking up on people. And it's true, especially in this current situation of things. Check up on people. Send a message. If you are not going to give them food, don't ask them, have you eaten? Just say, how far? Take care. Cheers. You're checked up. It's when you start asking questions that have original question mark waiting for reply. And then you cannot provide the answer. That's when you'll be looking for trouble. But hey, check up on people, all right? Family members, friends, neighbors, just find out how they're doing. It works. You can actually just tell someone, I'm just checking up on you, all right? And using this opportunity to encourage you to stay strong. I know the economy is not economying, or is really, really economizing, but the Lord is our strength. You might not necessarily use that word. Please speak proper English. Thank you very much. I have to go. The news comes up at 3 o'clock. And after the news, Mr. Kalada will be here to take you on Hard Facts. I'll see you tomorrow. Remember now, follow us on social media. Nigeria Info 92.3 PH on Facebook. Nigeria Info FM_PH on Instagram. And Nigeria Info PH. That's it for X. Constance Mega on X. Constance Mega elsewhere. Goodbye. God bless you.